I'd be the first person to tell you that I keep myself sunny and happy, optimistic and carefree. In the morning I listen to music, whether it's off Emmy Lovato, music I like off YouTube, just whistle while you work it, or even listening to all the Disney songs from all the different movies. I'm singing these songs whilst I'm in the shower, and I'm making the bed, hiding out my kitchen drawers. So I believe in keeping myself happy. I have a nice house, wonderful husband, I'm doing well in my job, and I have got to do that thing I asked for at work, and I'm currently doing it on a regular basis. So you'd probably think that I don't have any negative thoughts. Wrong. The question is, do I dwell on them? Sometimes. We all get them, and how we deal with them is important, or in fact don't deal with these at all. Now, we all can't go to a trained psychiatrist. It involves money, it involves time, things that most people don't, reasons as to maybe why they don't go. But the thing is, when we have negative feelings, we try to push them down, or at least I try to. I'm a bottler. However, what keeps me sane is being able to express my anger to my trusted husband, and I always go to bed with the belief whatever problems or feelings I have will be alright in the morning. They generally are. That is, until someone provokes my unresolved issues that I never got an apology for, that I felt I deserved, issues that I wish somebody could say, I never knew you felt this way. I had no idea. But the thing is, if someone hurts me in some way and I react, I will get things like, you're so emotional. That was in the past. Get over it. But how can you not get emotional where in an argument your sister makes fun of your stutter? Or words that get thrown around in an argument that leads me to one conclusion. My family aren't very nice people. My family are anger types. And because I do a lot with the Enneagram, I know exactly what mom, dad and my sister is, and they tend to feel justified in their rage, and they cuss, swear, are quick to tell me my faults, and will start an apology by "you made me," or you knew this would wind me up. One, no, I did not make them. They chose to use anger as a response. And two, I don't know what I'm doing would wind them up if they don't actually tell me. This is based on an assumption. Now, my family and I don't see eye to eye. We have different values and viewpoints, being they refuse to see it my way and come at it off their way like it is the truth. You see a crime, a law-abiding citizen would tell the police. I wouldn't. I follow laws and routines and guidelines. Others don't. Or they are a law unto themselves, and that is how I would describe my family. It doesn't mean to say I don't love them, but I find them cruel at times because it's their way or the highway, therefore making me believe I don't have a choice. But any life coach or counsellor will tell you you do have a choice. Tell that to your family when they are threatening violence against you, or you have to do something their way, or so help you God, they will do everything in their power to hurt you or get you kicked off Facebook, or your mom will trick you into thinking how your dad really thinks of you. Cruel. It's funny that as a child growing up, your parents will always tell you off. Get a slap as a kid. Taking things off you as a teenager, like your mobile. But as you get older, you see your parents for what they actually are. People who make mistakes. But you can't tell them what you think or how you feel because it hurts other, and it's disrespectful. When do they actually realise they can't say things to you in a temper, hurtful things, and it will keep being all right? When will they actually realise there are things you should not say to your daughter. Call her a psycho, a bitch, a nasty, selfish girl, not someone who feels straight to her heart and she needs a bit of compassion because she's in pain by something you've said or assumed about her. In my experience, words have a lasting effect. Whereas they will tell you, well, they will tell me they didn't mean these words, that they just wanted to hurt me. They were angry, so yeah, that's okay, isn't it? No, I don't do that to them, and therefore I do not expect that back. It doesn't give them the right to be cruel. Just because someone is angry, you should not cross over that line. I actually think if you have to insult a person and, you know, you've lost the battle, the power of what your mom or dad was trying to say in the first place is actually abolished because they've just made it all about you. Some people believe that the truth comes out in an argument. I disagree. In my experience, they become a larger than life figure. They quickly know what words to stab or hurt you. And then, despite trying to block them out, you find yourself reacting. But it's stupid to go up against a type 8 if you can avoid it, because then you are, or shall I say, I am left feeling hurt, angry, stupid and humiliated. The best thing to do is to keep quiet. Anything you say could provoke a even bigger reaction. It's the fear in you that keeps you from speaking out. And so you let them say exactly what they want to, and your voice goes unheard instead of speaking up and telling your truth. My truth, my family are bullies. My truth, they aren't interested in my thoughts or opinions, and if they aren't in a line with them, they don't want to know, they don't want to hear it, but they don't know the feeling of anger. Yes, they get angry and allow themselves to express it, but they do not know what unexpressed anger does. I live with it. Most people, like my family, see the world in black and white, good and bad. But the thing is, they miss out on the hidden rays, the compassion. If a young boy is held up for robbing a bottle of beer, it's theft, and he could go to prison. Therefore, he should be punished because what he did was wrong, it was bad, it was naughty, whatever word you want to put in there. But what we don't know, and our AO, he was under peer pressure to do something he shouldn't, or he is convinced by someone who takes something to prove his worth to a gang or else. I'm saying that there are a lot of contributing factors. Plus, what annoys me is people have no character insight and poor judgment. For example, you know your average troublemaker, snarky, talks back to the teachers, doesn't give two hoots, and then you have someone who doesn't talk back to authority, who cares about creating the right image, and then one day they find themselves in a situation where they actually get blamed. You were at the wrong place, wrong time, and people actually think you're the one who's done a terrible thing, but it's not in your nature. How about if you apply for a job as a policeman? You need people who be able to have a good impression of you, people who know you. It's not just the neighbour next door, it's the man who owns the shop down the road. The police will ask questions if you decide to make that your profession. Public image is important, and the police do an important job. They uphold laws, and instead of fearing them or running away from them, I turn to them if I get mugged in town, or if I get hacked and have a cut lip and a bruised eye. I would go to the police. I don't go to someone's house and break in with sledgehammer or whatever else that people tend to do these days. If you just look on the news, you hear all the crazy things people do. Or I believe if that is the sort of thing you do, if you steal, vandalise, break an entry, take drugs, all these things and more, and you keep doing it for so long, you'll get caught. Maybe not the first time, but the more you keep doing it, it limits your chances to get caught. Now, despite of moan about my family, they have installed good old-fashioned sense in me how to protect myself, never accepting sweets off strangers, never accepting to look for a lost pet, never accepting a lift of someone who I don't know. And here it comes, opening doors for other people and not speaking back who the elderly when they tell you what is what. You take it on the chin. Stupidly enough, it shouldn't happen. Not really, because not always the elderly people are in the correct, are telling you the correct thing all the time. Sometimes they can actually be incorrect, but you just smile and you take it, because that is a mark of respect. The moment you answer an elderly person back, you lose respect. I mean, I had a man push past me the once in a queue. Oh, I hated it. He actually barged into me and shoved me out of the way. And at the time, I was buying birthday paper, so I'd roll in my hand, and I just actually wanted to hit him on the top of the head with it, because he would have deserved it. What? How would that look? A young girl hitting a man in a shop on the top of the head. Awful. And I had the restraint and the sense not to. I mean, I work in a supermarket, and one time a middle-aged woman just began having a go at this elderly woman in the queue. Now, at the time, I was serving another customer. I did not see that this lady had pushed in, and of course this middle-aged woman wasn't having it. She was saying, "You need to get back in the queue. I was before you." She was angry about what happened. Yes, but arguing with her, I just didn't have any respect for her. I think sometimes there are times when you need to let things go. I mean, my sister will tell me things that she said to other people, and it's like, "Oh, I told her to get her head out of her effing ass," and I'm like, "You never." And I'll be quite shocked and surprised, because that is not something I would do. My sister might, but not me. I wouldn't dream of, and maybe, I don't know, it comes across that I can't stand up for myself, or I can if it is needed. I just choose to let things go. I have standards, and this is all down to my parents, things that I wouldn't do. I never had a hard life. Like, I wasn't never hit. I wasn't ever abused. Or it is just my mum and dad, and even my sister are prone to black and white thinking, and convinced they are right. Ooh. Mom says there's one right way, and dad insists on it's my way or the highway. I don't like conflict, so half the time I go along with what they want to have happen. But now and again, I'll get myself in there and I'll speak up if I feel my voice has gone completely unheard. But I have to remind myself, I need to sort of calm myself and remind myself that I am responsible for how I react. And the scary thing is, I can't control how all the people around me are going to react. That's quite scary, because by doing it, you are taking a stand, and by taking a stand, I think that you have to expect the criticism and all, you know, this, that and the other that comes back. And it's hard because especially if you are a heart type of the Enneagram, it hurts. But you need to make a stand, or I need to, every now and again. And it is funny how it's me who's working on myself, because I genuinely want to work on changing my thoughts, my behaviours, and my life. But my family isn't changing, so why should I? It's the wrong attitude to have. And I've actually even told myself, even when I need to go on the internet and look at life coaches, I need to do what works for me. I need to do it. I need to remind myself why I'm doing this in the first place. And I need to work on accepting my parents, my mum and my dad, and even my sister for who they actually are, which it is hard. It is quite hard, but I think the more I focus on why I want to do this and make a change in myself, then hopefully, as I have learned and watched lots of videos too, should come easier.